Hey everybody, welcome to the 9th episode of California Wine TV. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm your host Scott Sheldon, and it's a pleasure to be here. So for episode number 9, we have something really awesome for you guys. The chocolate episode. Check that out. 2 different dark chocolates, one medium, one extra dark, from the folks at Brix. These chocolates were specifically designed by a doctor in Ohio who thought that the chocolates out on the market just didn't stack up with wine pairing. He wanted to come out with his own variety of chocolates, specifically engineered to match up with different kinds of wine. So he has a medium dark, a dark, and then also a milk chocolate if you like that kind of thing. I like the darks. The last few years, there's actually been a lot of stuff in the news about the health benefits of dark chocolate. So the popularity has risen. And a lot of people have discovered that it really pairs nicely with different red wines, and it truly does. So if you haven't tried that out, I really recommend it. So let's get into the wines. The first one we have today is a Syrah, coming from the Andrew Murray Winery. And the origin of Syrah, its roots are back in the Rhone Valley of France. And there has been some confusion over the years about what's the difference between Syrah and Shiraz. Is it the same grape? Due to genetic testing, they've been able to determine that it is indeed the same grape. In this country, in the United States, it's recognized as synonymous terms. And so wine that comes out of California or any other state in the United States, it could have either label. So depend upon also where it comes from other parts of the world. If it's coming from Australia, it's going to be called the Shiraz, most likely. Coming from France, it'll be called a Syrah. If you guys are wondering what's Shiraz, that origin was Persia, what's now known as Iran. That's where they thought that grape actually came from, hence the name. And the popularity of some of the incredible Shirazes from Australia in this country have actually helped catapult some of the local Syrahs in their popularity. So that's been an awesome thing. Thank you, Aussies. So Andrew Murray, he was vacationing or hanging out or whatever over in France. He was just fell in love with some of the Rhone varieties over there. The Viognier, the Syrah. He came back, went back to school. UC Davis, got his credentials, started his own winery in the Central Coast, and basically has been making handcrafted wines from those Rhone varietals ever since. A lot of critical acclaim. Robert Parker was actually quoted as saying that they're one of the finest wineries in Santa Barbara region. So we do have some high expectations for this puppy, you might say. So let's get down to it. Got our little glasses here. Get our Venturi. Don't want to forget that. Little aeration action. Nice dark purple color. You guys can see that. Check that out. Pretty dense. Real dense. Alright, you can really smell the leather of the red fruits, cherry, raspberry. It's nice. It's a kind of that gamey smell you sometimes come across with a Syrah. Let's give it a little swirl. Some plums coming through. Yeah, let's give it a taste. That's great. Real firm tannins. Nice bright red fruit. But it has some of those spices, almost like a jerky, like a beef jerky, surprisingly. That's tasty. I like that. I paid $17.99 for this. You could probably do better, I think. I've seen it advertised for less. A little close up on that. 14.5% alcohol. Andrew Murray, located in Los Olivios. bit of a vegetable component, like a green vegetable, almost like a broccoli or asparagus. That's nice. I like that. Really good. Not too bitter. Nice firm tannins, and yeah, that's good stuff. Okay, moving on. The next one we have a Cabernet Sauvignon. Pardon me, it's having a little agua fresca there. Maddalena. Interesting story with Maddalena. The Riboli family came from Italy. They're 4 generations strong now, California. And their winery is located in Los Angeles. It's not located in Napa or Sonoma or Santa Cruz Mountains or Santa Maria. It's in Los Angeles. Basically, they started, like I said, in 1917, and they were making wines. Prohibition came along. Most of the wineries in LA failed, closed down. They were able to stay in business by providing wines, sacramental wines, if you will, to churches and local parishes in Los Angeles. And then, after Prohibition ended, there's the big wine movement up in Napa and Sonoma. And instead of moving up there and following that trend, they decided, our roots are here in Los Angeles. Let's stay here. We can get great grapes from anywhere in the state. And let's just, keep our roots, because this is, our neighborhood. We have a lot of friends and family here. And they have a very diverse employment. If you look at the different people that are working there, they have all kinds of ethnic backgrounds working at their winery. And so they really just wanted to stay with those roots in Los Angeles. And which is a pretty cool thing, I must say. So Cabernet Sauvignon, 2006, 14.5% alcohol. Paso Robles area is where the grapes were sourced. Being in Los Angeles, they have a state-of-the-art, winery where everything was vinted up and bottled. And let's give it a shot. Got a glass here. Get our Venturi. So one of the things when you're talking about Cabernet Sauvignon, they need like a really dry climate, dry, warm climate, with a really long growth season. It's that particular grape has kind of a long ripening process, and if you don't get that long growth season, it just doesn't age right. The really great regions for this grape in California are Sonoma, Napa, and also Santa Cruz Mountains. Cabernet Sauvignon is one of those wines that I say, when in doubt, if you're in a restaurant, you don't recognize any of the wine varieties on their list, if you're in a happy hour at the bar, you got your $6 buy the glass wines, you don't know what's what, go with Cabernet Sauvignon. When in doubt, reach for a cab. That's what I say. Okay, let's give this one a shot. Let's give it a smell. Some oaky spice, some cherries. Let's get a little swirl here. Also like a caramelly vanilla thing happening. Nice spice though on the nose. I like that. Let's get a little taste. Got red plums, raspberries, really great fruit. Sour cherry, a little sour, a little on the palate. Puckers up a little bit. Pretty good wine though, I would say. Only tannins are a little bit strong though. I don't know.